just read a very special book called Educated, and it's been around for a while. This book is about the hunger of a girl named Tara Westover to view the world beyond what she knew. She lived in a survivalist home with a dad who didn't believe in medicine, who didn't believe in going to school, who didn't believe in the government because they believed that the government was only after them, who believed that the world was going to end soon. And she didn't have a good birth certificate. She'd never had a record of going to school, but she had this hunger to learn. So immediately she went so far as to teach herself math, reading, everything that she had to learn in order to pass the ACT test. She had a lot of embarrassing moments where she didn't know what the Holocaust was. She didn't really know much about the civil rights movement, about the Civil War, only what her father told her or chose to tell her. Mind you, her father was her family was a family who used the N-word. They didn't see the wrong in it. Even though she felt embarrassed, even though she felt like an outcast, she had the hunger to learn, so much so when in college she ends up finding how bad the isolation really affected their family, with ignorance, with inhibition, how there was a world out there. So she decided to major in history. Her hunger to learn, to want to be more, eventually got her into Cambridge, and she also got to go to Harvard. And what's so impressive is she was able to get herself to college at age 17. And this book was really special to me. This book was a hug to my soul, because if any of you come from families that are maybe immigrant families who have different beliefs as to how much a girl can do or how much there is out there, some people have a smaller sense of what the world is or how much is out there. I happen to live, not through this extent, but I did happen to live growing up where I had these dreams and goals and aspirations that in my family were beyond what could be possible. And I remember crying and feeling like if I went through them, I wouldn't have support. I was basically, and I understand now as a grown-up, my mother tried to protect me, and she did the best that she could with what she knew how. But I wanted to hug her so many times. I felt like I felt her so much. I felt Tara so much because I felt her frustration. I felt the need to respect your family, but still feeling that hunger for more, that wish to strive for more. She is a symbol. I mean, it doesn't matter if you want to go to college or not, but the message for me in this book is, if you have the willingness, the love of something, go for it. Learn. So if you saw her story, going into Harvard did not even seem like a possibility. Reading from her in the beginning, you would never think that Harvard would have even been a possibility. But she fought for it so hard, and I'm deeply inspired by this. This is, for me, is most definitely a 5 out of 5. Inspirational beyond belief. Thank you so much for writing this book, Tara.